Good Monday morning to you as we start this second week of quarantine and self-isolation here in Las
Mhm.
Vegas. We're kind of getting used to a new normal for a lot, and that pertains especially to the food service industry. No more going to restaurants. We are relying on takeout and delivery services. Thanks for being here. I'm Sean McAllister.
Yeah, and I'm Dayna Roselli. Sean, I haven't seen you for a while.
I know it's good to see your face, actually, Dayna. We've chatted over text and on the phone a little bit, but it's nice to actually see a face that I'm talking to.
Exactly. And we've been on social media, obviously, so much more even this week, looking at what's going on, what people are doing, what businesses are staying open and helping with deliveries. And one that caught my eye was TSP Baking. My friend Kari Garcia, she has been working and working on free delivery and making cakes and cookies because, Sean, people still need to have birthdays and celebrations at home with their families.
That is true. It doesn't matter if we're self-isolating or in quarantine. The celebrations still need to happen. There's these milestones that are happening, and we can't just ignore them.
No. So we've got Kari on live right now. She is at work. And luckily, Kari, you said you're getting busy, right? You've been busy this morning.
We have really been busy. The past 3 days have been kind of a whirlwind. So we're extremely grateful to Vegas,
Yeah.
especially.
Now, talk about your limits. So what are you dealing with here? Are you baking with a smaller staff, a delivery only? Where are you at?
Well, yeah, we are only doing curbside pickup and free delivery around the valley. No one is allowed to come in. The lobby is completely closed. I do have half a staff. I'm extremely lucky because we are a family business, and my brother is the baker. My husband works here. My daughter works here. I have 2 to 3 other staff that I brought in because, frankly, they need the paycheck and I need the help. And it's just kind of been a very hard learning curve because it's like, oh my God, you're on the fly. Because the governor gave the announcement, and we were like, well, we have takeout, we have delivery, our food, and that's our phone has not stopped ringing. It's not stopped ringing.
Great.
So we are very lucky.
Yeah.
And Kari, if
so
you
Kari,
can kind of talk to us about some of the challenges that you have faced as a small family business here in Las Vegas from the time that the governor's orders came out about small businesses, what kind of conversations have you been having about how to proceed and still abide by what the governor has essentially ordered?
Well, it's really, are we essential? And then it was like, heck yeah, we are. Like, people we're needing it. People need some happiness, and our slogan literally is "Happiness served here." And I was like, we can do this, and we're technically in small quarantine. And here's the ironic part: we were health inspected that day, and I asked him, like, "Are we good?" And everything. He's like, "You're doing everything fine. You just keep extra sanitizing." And I was like, "Okay, I have all the ingredients, all the stuff. Like, let's go." I was worried the eggs and things like that, but it's a little difficult as a business owner because we don't know what to do. There's no like website that we go to. It's just like, oh, I guess we're doing it, and we're doing it this way. And even the customers don't understand. If they can't get in, they can't get they get kind of angry. Like, I wish it was a little more clear as a business owner, but I think everybody is doing what they can do. So I'm just trying to follow the rules as I saw them on Twitter.
Yeah. And I noticed on your Insta stories, a lot of people are sharing when they get their cake. They're saying, thank you so much for, making my son's birthday, happy, even though we're in this, kind of lockdownish mode here, quarantine mode, social distancing mode. So it's probably brought you a lot of joy, I'm assuming.
That it really does. And so many kids and so many people are, stuck. And we had weddings that had to postpone. We've had a lot of birthdays, like 40th birthdays that are now, family birthdays. And they're like, hey, let's just make it a smaller cake. And I thought, hey, let's just pare down our menu and do some cakes that are celebratory and we can get them to you quick. And people can have something like it's so unusual and it's so strange, but I feel like we're all finally coming together and realizing that it is a special time to be together. So let's have a little bit, to celebrate.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I know that some of the things that I've seen from talking to people and also on social media, some of the comments people have made is that they're a little bit uneasy about takeout and ordering because they say, "Oh, I just don't know who's preparing my food and I don't know how it's being delivered." How do you respond to those people who have those concerns?
Well, we have lots of sanitizing equipment, lots of gloves. I purposely went out and I had already had all the gloves. So, because I'm a weird purchaser anyway, because I don't like to be unprepared. And it wasn't even for this, any kind of circumstance. It was just like, I don't like to run out of things. So I was so lucky that I had all the bleach, all the cleaners, all the stuff already. And with delivery, a lot of times we just drop it at the door. For the curbside pickup, I can put it in your trunk if you're feeling uncomfortable. A lot of times it's just, hey, pop, they call, they drive up, they flash their hazards, and then we go out with the stuff. They pop the trunk, I put the cake in the back, and I wave and say thank you.
And being
a just something like you can get.
Yeah, and being an expert in the food industry, explain the kind of regulations and requirements that you already have in place at your bakery.
Well, we already
and that kind of goes with restaurants.
Yeah, with the health inspection, I was very happy to talk to him again and say, should we be doing anything different? And he was like, no, it's the same practices we've been doing with the 20-second hand wash. I've been doing that for 12 years. So I was like, oh, okay. And, antibacterial soap and, having the sanitation bucket changed and water at a certain temperature and constantly wiping your surface areas down and never touching your face. Like, it's kind of funny. I train my counter girls, because when you're young, you don't know. And I just go, once you've washed your hands, I'm like, you're a surgeon, you're a surgeon, you're a surgeon. You don't touch your face. And I've been doing that forever. So I'm kind of lucky in that way because those rules were already in place for the food industry.
Right. So what varieties do you have available for people and what are you offering? Cakes and cookies?
So yeah, we have our mini cupcakes. We only do mini cupcakes, and I had to pare down my menu a little bit because some of the toppers for the cupcakes I would get at grocery stores, and it just was, I didn't want to take anything from anybody else. I was like, we'll just get what I can get around here. So I have 9 different flavors of mini cupcakes. I have about 6 different cakes you can order from 4 inches to 6 inches. They're the smaller ones. And then I have, I think 10 different flavors of cookies that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we also do cookie shipping around the United States.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's been huge as well because people are sending it. A lot of people from out of state are sending it to their friends in Nevada and saying, stay home, stay home.
Right. Now, Kari, you think you're going to be okay then? You're going to be just fine because you're getting in orders and you're surviving. And I know you're also an advocate for small business owners, even all across the valley.
Yeah, of course. Like I've been a small business owner for a long time, and I know how difficult it is. I know it's a lifestyle. I know that you work, that's all you do. You work. So having to close or something like that it's my last resort, and I really don't want to unless I really feel like the safety of my customers or my staff is in jeopardy, then I will close immediately. But if we are doing everything right and sanitizing and, doing as much as we can, then I'm going to continue to be open, and helping others, because it really does help. It's giving a little bit of hope because it's such an unusual time, and I want to be at least a light in someone's life.
Yeah. Well, we love it. And we love seeing your TikToks and your Insta stories and all
TikTok.
Your fun social media. Listen, Kari, Sean, I don't know if I've ever showed you Kari's TikToks, but she's got some grooves and some lip syncing down like no other.
I have seen, and it brings me joy no matter the circumstance. It's in self-isolation or otherwise. It's great. I love it, Kari.
I'm always isolated in the bakery anyway. I'm always by myself. So I was like, TikTok is perfect for that.
Well, yeah, and I want to mention, Kari, I've known you for years. When I've worked on TV, you've always been interactive on social media and Twitter. And I remember you saying that is really kind of, in a way, how you publicized your business. Didn't you say when tourists even come into town, they seek you out and order?
Oh, yes. Well, Vegas is a town that people come back to again and again and again. And if they establish some relationship, like people I talk to on Twitter, I've known people on Twitter for over 10 years, and they've come back and ordered cupcakes and cakes. And, I've celebrated people's birthdays for years now, and they don't live here. So it's just a way to keep connected and feel like a very small world and really know somebody, even though you don't touch them.
Yeah.
Right.
And Kari, if there are
Sean,
other, yeah, go ahead, Dayna.
No, I was going to say, Sean, share your story about the birthday party parade, because I love that.
Oh my gosh. So the other day, I think it was on Saturday, I opened up Facebook and was looking through. There was a friend from high school whose daughter turned 16. This is back in Western New York. Obviously, her birthday party had to be canceled, but they didn't want the celebration to be canceled. So I think it was the 16-year-old's uncle organized a parade of all of her friends and family and neighbors and as many people as they could find. They had her stand out in the driveway, and there was this endless parade of cars that were just driving by and honking, people waving out the window saying happy birthday. It brought a tear to my eye just seeing that the celebration can continue. And Kari, I know that's the kind of joy that you're bringing to people as well.
Yes, that's my main goal. In fact, one of my friends on Instagram, Hungry in Vegas, she had a baby, and my other friend on Instagram, Savor Sim City, sent her a congratulations baby cake yesterday, and she put it on Instagram. And I just, we're such a tight community in Vegas for, especially the food industry and the food eaters, and I just love the ability to do that. I don't know how long we're going to have to do this, but I am willing to take it and work hard and be here, but for as long as it takes, because we're still human. We still need that interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
you know what? I forgot people are still having babies.
I know, a lot of them now. 10 months from now, I can't wait.
I was going to say they're having them and making them.
Yeah, that's true.
And Kari, do you have any advice for other small business owners who are trying to navigate this situation and trying to figure out how the heck am I going to weather this storm and come out on the other side?
I think for food especially, I really like if you could pare down your menu. I like what Honey Salt did and it did to-go dinners. That is genius. They have package deals. You pay whatever it is. They put it in your car and off you go. That is the way I would probably do it. And if I have to pare my staff down anymore, but I think we'll be okay. But that's how I would do it for a retailer. I would definitely go online. Like there's so many things online that you can do without having to put too much effort into it. I know that on our website, we use the website builder Wix.com, and they have an online store. That's where we set up our cookie shipping. I just added pictures and off it goes. And, getting on TikTok and getting on Twitter and, all kinds of stuff, it really helps you get out there for free. It's free. Yeah, and I think Dayna would appreciate this because she's a Twitter girl. And TikTok, I mark my words, it's the new Twitter. It is what Twitter was 10 years ago. And I was like, oh, here it is. I see it again. So I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's creative and it's fun. And in a time like this, I think people are they're bored. So they're looking to be creative. You can only tweet so much, but if you get on TikTok, you can lip sync, you can dance, and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know. Maybe we need to do a TikTok.
Yes, TikTok. I got TikTok. I'm still a TikTok girl. Listen, Kari, thank you so much for everything you're doing in the community. And listen, people can, we need to have possibly a celebration, but you know what? We can just eat cake anyway, too. So we can just order a cake because we're bored.
Yes. And you can just say, stay home.
Exactly. Kari Garcia, thanks so much. TSP Baking Company. She's on Facebook. She's on Twitter. She's on Insta Story. Kari, get back to work. I know you're busy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm glad you're busy. I love it.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Kari. Appreciate your time and glad to hear that the phones are still ringing and the orders are coming in. We hope that, Kari's perspective brought you some information and some entertainment as we continue this time of self-isolation, and we'll continue to bring you these interviews in partnership with Vegas Video Network as well, Dayna.
Yeah, no, I think that so many people are getting so sometimes down and depressed and, worried, that it was really nice to speak with Kari and know that she's making adjustments, but she's hanging in there because she's tackling it with just promotion and trying to get her word out that she's available. And then you have your core customers who they're still going to come back. So it's inspiring to hear from Kari this morning. That's for sure.
Yeah, it really is. And a quick programming note for Vegas Revealed. We will have a new podcast being posted tonight. So check all your streaming platforms for that.
Yeah, and we're going to continue to do these every day with the Vegas Video Network, putting on this live stream. They have amazing capabilities, so we appreciate it. They called us. We said, yeah, we're in. And it's been really great to kind of share and spread the word. We're going to keep talking with different people around the community and, of course, get the word out about what's going on while we're all in this isolation. So thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we hope that you have a good, productive day. I don't know, read a book, order a cake, do something fun.
Yeah. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.